Let me know when you're ready and I will begin. And I'm going to be rolling to see who goes first. Out of... One of you will be going last by default just because of how that person will be entering the festivities. The rest of you will just be normal. So, let's begin. Once upon a time, the worlds were in chaos due to the ongoing war against the Unseelie forces. The King and Queen of the High Fae allied the other Fae against the Unseelie army. Seeing the allied forces surpass the Unseelie army, the goblins and some of the other Unseelie defected to the allied Fae. This left some people in the Unseelie court angry, and their army was severely diminished by the defectors. The High Fae and the allied forces marched on the Unseelies and the battle was won. During the war, there were many casualties on both sides. Each kingdom wept for the loss of their family members, friends and allies. To try and bring back positivity, after years of mourning, the Queen of the High Fae created the springtime festivities to be held at the palace grounds of the High Fae. After the war, some of the Unseelie left to rejoin the elves in the dark underground area of the Elven Kingdom. Some elected to stay and remain shut up from the other worlds. The High Fae, in an attempt at an alliance, invited them to the springtime festivities, which the Unseelie court declined until now. So, spring is the season where magic is renewed each year from the first flower that blooms. During this time, High Fae have always celebrated in their own ways, but now celebrate together. So, with the springtime's festivities, there's many events, balls and other things that they take part in. Some of the Fae this year will be attending for the first time ever. Others are veterans of the spring celebrations, which is filled with joy, happiness and the odd scandal. Now, let's see who goes first. I am rolling a d4. Who is number 3? Okay, let's go with number 3 on my list. We zoom into a castle made of the whitest stone in the centre of the elven capital. It has a long gangway before you reach its portcullis. We head straight through to the audience chamber where King and Queen Dalby of the High Elves has summoned the High and Wood Elves that will be leaving to attend the springtime festivities. On the Wood Elf side, there is a light brown-haired muscly man in leather armour, a quiver of arrows, a bow on his back, a dagger on his belt. This is Duke Aspen Moss that I believe one or two of you may have met already. A white-haired, leather-armoured woman who looks nervous. Those of you who may have met her before would know her as Lady Laurel Oak. A beautiful chestnut-haired brown wood elf.
You're breaking up a bit there.
Am I breaking up?
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to leave the camera off. A beautiful chestnut-haired lady with a low neckline, leather armour. She is Lady Isla Chestnut. And a wise-looking man in leather armour long brown hair. He is Lord Adair Cedar and of the High Elves. I apologise, there is a list. A white-haired man who seems more comfortable in armour than he would in a suit. He has an air of importance around him and servants are fussing over him. He is Prince Klaus Dalby. A male with a pompadour wearing a black and gold ornate leather jacket. He is making sure his prized loot is safe. This is Lord Jimmy Starr. A ruggedly handsome, dark-haired man with a muscly physique, steely eyes, and wearing leather armour. This is Duke Azal Aran. And finally, Jim, would you like to describe your character?
Comparatively very slight to his peers, in dark of hair and aspect, yet wearing resplendently white robes, is Lord Tharion Windgrace, gently fanning himself with a feather fan.
Can you roll a history check for me? Actually, not a history check, a perception check for me, Jim.
It's a good thing I'm using this prop on a hot day, really.
Give it 10.
Okay. You can see the Lady Orc is extremely nervous about going to this festivities. This is more than likely due to what has recently transpired, the rumour and everything else that came with it. What do you want to do?
I stand and await the pleasure of the royals. We have been summoned for a reason, after all, have we not?
The King and Queen nod to their son, as he will be the one in charge of everyone who is going out. Right. You all have your orders for what is to happen at springtime festivities. One thing that we do want to do during this time is to clear Lady Oak's name, as there seems to be magical means of what's happened to her. Duke Uran and Lord Windgrace, I believe you two will be heading the investigation into this.
We shall do our utmost not to fail you, Your Majesty.
So, the Wood Elves have chosen that they will be departing in their own carriage. The ladies will have their own, and us four gentlemen will be riding together. Jimmy, you will behave during the travels, and no, you may not go in the women's carriage. Come on, Prince. You gotta let me. I mean, I'm not gonna harm any of them. Jimmy, we've been through this before. And after what you were caught doing at the Bard contest, and who, behave for once. I'll try, but I can't make any promises. I mean, Lord Windgrace knows where I'm coming from. I'm a man with needs. The prince face palms because he knows exactly what's going to happen. Lord Windgrace?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
Duke Aran slightly laughs. Because for some reason, Lord Jimmy Starr feels like Lord Windgrace understands him. Come on, you know what I mean. We're both young, virile men. We shouldn't be confined by laws.
Perhaps one of us is.
Okay. Dismissed. The prince looks slightly defeated at that. Jim, what are you doing to prepare to go?
I head to my quarters, which is already relatively packed up. Prepared to go. Put a few personal belongings into a very modest chest. Have a servant take it to the carriage and head on out.
Before you go, I would like another perception check, please. There is a note on your bed that's been left for you.
I wouldn't expect it.
Okay. It says, Dear Tharion, my husband is getting suspicious of the payments that you've been sending me. I have to ask, please stop. With love, and it is not signed by the person.
I take the letter, read it, absorb the information, and put it in the fire before I leave.
A wise decision, one would say. The white and gold carriages are all ready for you to depart. Is there anything else you want to do before you go?
No, I have a task ahead of me and I'm eager to be underway.
Okay, well that will end you. Next. Let's see who goes next.
What, end me? I'm dead!
No, it means you're on your way. Calm down. Next, we drift to a beautiful glade with beautiful trees, flowers. Built into the surrounding trees are beautiful houses and 2 castles made from old trees, one smaller than the other. I saw that. Covered in moss and leaves. It's illuminated by lights that just float around in the air. In this castle... Sorry?
It's not covered in moss. It's lightly dusted in moss.
Sorry, it's dusted in moss. I have been corrected. In the castle, there is a beautiful library with a tree growing in the centre of it that leads up to more books. And there is wooden tables with plush mushroom seats. First, we see a male with mousy brown hair, muscly build, who's sat at the table reading a book. On the other table, Jordie, would you like to describe your character?
A red-headed young woman who would rather be on her own in the library, but wishes that everyone else would just go away and the books would be hers. Yeah, there's a picture of me on the group thing somewhere. It's like my favourite place, and I can see the other castle from my window, so all's good. I don't know what else to say.
You know who this other person is.
Ah, Lord Bellerose.
Yes.
Yeah.
He turns a page of his book and says, "Are you all packed?"
I've been packed for days. Not that I want to be packed, but I'm packed.
He nods. I finished packing last night.
Did you follow the etiquette book?
Of course. You mean the one that you scoffed that I read?
Well, some of us still need lessons in it. Not all of us.
Indeed, some do, Princess.
I wonder when we're leaving.
Your parents have told you that the king is escorting you and your cousin on your debuts and to keep an eye on your brother. You feel a tug of annoyance, like when you're reading a mystery novel and you're trying to figure out the twist. You know that with the things you found out, that something doesn't sit right. It's normally your parents that go with you to these things. And what you know about Locke, that swirls around in your mind as you and your handmaiden, Arya, pack the last things in the carriage. That is, of course, a pumpkin.
Really, out of all the gods in the world, we chose a pumpkin.
Yep, yours is a pumpkin.
Good to know. Can I get any more books in the carriage, or is it going to be too full?
Arya says to you, no more books. You would need to study this, and she hands you a list of everyone who's attending and advises you she will go through the list with you and tells you who's eligible, who's not eligible, and why. And that will be what you'll be learning on the trip. Which, of course, is something that you would rather not do. You would rather be reading a book.
I prefer fantasy over real life.
I know you do, but real life is happening. This is the first time that you are leaving this place.
But I was happy.
I know you were happy, but this is important.
We'll go, we'll resolve everything for my brother, and then hopefully I can chill out.
I've made sure that you're not going to be in the same carriage as Tharion.
That's good, because nobody wants to be in the same carriage as Tharion.
No one does. Well, I say that, but she's going to be in the same one as Bolt, so...
Okay. Should we get on with it? When do we leave?
We're about to leave now. Your cousin and your uncle are going to be in the separate carriage. We are going to be in one with your brother and Lord Willow's.
Oh. Not too crowded then for a pumpkin.
No, not too crowded. Don't worry. Is there anything that you'd like to do in your last moments before you leave?
I run to the library and grab a book to hide in my bag.
Your mother sees you, gives you a smile and gives you a hug.
Yay, bye Mum. Let's go.
Daughter, enjoy yourself. Please.
I'll try.
Your dad's dealing with some things at your uncle's place at the minute, but look, I know you hate these things. I know. And this is your first big one that you're having to attend, but you're going to do wonderfully. Just, if you feel like you're about to fall over, just try and steady yourself. Use someone to steady you, okay?
Oh, it's the old stumble, stroke a guy's arm and fall in love book move. Good idea.
I should have known. And you notice that Willow's heard you say that and just gives you a slight smile as you all get into your pumpkins to leave.
And see you there.
And that is you. And out of the three, we start at a beautiful castle. That's part of a cliff with waterfalls beneath it, leading into the sea. Blue shell towers and sandstone bricks that are magically never erode. We cut to a beautiful red and gold chamber where we see, waking up, a red-haired, pale, slim young lady in red silk pyjamas, a purple-haired, pale, slim young lady in purple silk pyjamas, and Vicky, would you like to explain your character?
Yes. So my character obviously is Farida-Fay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. So she has she's beautiful. She has very long wavy rainbow hair, which is quite unique. She's a little bit she sometimes makes the wrong decisions when she's deciding what she wants to do. Doesn't always think. She's very loves a performance. She does everything in a crazy way. And she's very creative and sometimes can be a bit misunderstood as well. So yes, he's a weird one, basically.
Your elder sister, Princess Arena, checks her alarm. Oh no, we slept in. Quick, before Dad gets here. And Daria, your handmaiden, quickly shuffles you off to your room and goes through what she's packed for you as you start to get ready and into your clothes for the day. Is there anything you want to do as you get ready and pack?
So I just want to make sure that my hair's all nice, and I want to do a little bit of a performance and things just to make sure that, because I want the spotlight to be on me, so I'm just doing a little bit of a twirl around and I'm making sure my handmaiden thinks that I'm great. Basically.
You look fabulous. I have this beautiful rainbow dress for you. It's just a nice breezy one for you to wear on the travel. What do you think? I have rainbow shoes with it.
Wow. I just love looking at it. I just want to stare at it all day.
Good, good, good. We've got all your dresses. Like, I've got most of your clothes ready in the trunk while you three were sleeping. Me and the others, we were getting everything ready because we kind of thought after last night, the sleepover, it was gonna, be a late night.
What would I do without my handmaiden keeping me in check?
What would you do without me? Just please forgive my transgression with Duke Fine. I want to forget that night for the rest of my life, please.
Your secret is safe with me.
Oh, it's not a secret. Someone reported it. It went in the society papers. Farida. And whoever reported it, I think it was Tharion, she said that apparently he only did it to make you jealous, which of course wouldn't work because you weren't into him. Ugh.
Oh.
We cut back to last night when you had an audience with your parents. Your father told you that due to matters that have arisen in the Sea Court, that both he and your mother had to stay home. This meant that your older sister was in charge to help you and your younger sister find a match, especially after Arena's failed engagement and Arel's behaviour and your occasional questionable behaviour during the bar contest, especially with whatever happened with Farina before you went missing. You'll be going with an entourage, which includes your handmaidens. And can you do me a history check, Vicky?
me?
Yes, please.
Is it working? God.
Drop it in the left-hand side.
Oh, where did it go? Oh, it's gone. Hang on.
Nope, you don't remember. Sorry. You hear a boom of the doors opening. Daughters! Irina comes rushing downstairs. Errol walks at kind of more of a leisurely pace. How fast do you walk down as you are summoned by your father?
Very, very quickly.
As the three of you arrive in front of him, he looks all three of you over, gives you a nod. Please remember, you are representing the Sea Court in these festivities. I hope that you will all behave yourself, all three of you. If I get word that you are misbehaving, I will have to come and attend myself, which you do not want. And he looks to Errol especially, because we know that she's the one who behaves the least well out of the three of you. I'm sorry your mother hasn't been able to arrive today. She still is in our Under the Sea castle. She's not very well at the minute. And give me a perception check, Vicky, or an insight, whichever one you want to do.
Try an insight. Did that work? No.
Nope.
I'm so not used to these. Where's it done too?
Okay. Okay, it did, but both of them are very high, so I will go with your first one. You, with a 20, you see your father's eyes dart towards Irina slightly, but only for a split second, and it's gone. That's it. Now, I am going to be heading back to your mother as you all leave. I hope that you will behave. I really do. My last words of wisdom to each of you. Errol, no going around with boys unescorted. Farida, no attacking people. Even if you think...
I will do my best behavior, I promise.
Good. Even if you think they deserve it, rise above it.
Yes. I've learnt my lesson from before.
Good. And Irina, keep them safe. And Irina just smiles and nods. And you go towards the blue carriages with, which are adorned with gold seahorses. Which, unfortunately, it's just normal horses they're pulled by. Sorry, Vicky, you don't get seahorses. You're not under the sea here. As you head off. Now, you would think that the fourth person would enter yet, but it's not dark enough for them, and they need total darkness. So, sorry, Trev, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
That's fine.
So next, you come towards a beautiful, lush kingdom with meadows, waterfalls, forests, and structures prepared outside for those who did not want to sleep within the grand castle walls. The kingdom is full of light, and you can feel magic is more potent here. So each of you have special dormitories that are specially designed for your people. Tharion, there are 4 of you sharing your dormitory. Yours is higher up in the castle as you would normally be, as the prince has requested to share his with yourself and Duke Aron. However, as he wouldn't be allowed in the female high elves dormitory and the wood elves are all sharing, Jimmy Star is also sharing with you. But his bedroom is soundproofed, so you are safe.
Is it possible to arrange for him to be in the stables with the
No.
rest of the beasts?
No, sorry.
See.
All of the main chamber and all the rooms, they are white marble walls, and the central room has a circular table with chairs to discuss strategy. And as I said, Jimmy's room is soundproofed, so you won't hear anything going on in there. Each room has your name on it, each of them, whereas the Prince's seems to be bigger and Jimmy's seems to be a smaller room. Next was Azzy. There are 4 rooms in the dormitory that you'll be staying in.
Perfect.
So on the left-hand side is Prince Aster, and then yours. On the right-hand side is Prince Locks and Lord Lyndon Willows, as Locke has requested for Lord Willows to be staying in the same chamber as you. There's stained glass windows letting in light, a toadstool table with chairs, and it's got branches that are just climbing the walls and vines and things. It makes you almost feel like you're at home.
That'll do for a castle.
And for Farida, you open the door and there's walls adorned with shells, and in the centre of the room is a pool for you and your sisters. You're unsure how deep it goes. There are 3 beautiful plush blue sofas with a table in the middle for you to do your plotting. There's 4 doors, one with each of you and your sisters' names on, and the 4th one, as you all requested, that your handmaidens stay in the same dormitory for security after what happened to Farida at the Bard contest. As the sky turns to purple, we begin in a land where no light penetrates the sky. The city is in darkness except for some purple or blue lighting some spaces. You see dark elves and Dwagar and other creatures who feel at home with darkness roaming the streets. On the hill, we go up the dark stone steps to a dark castle, one that you can imagine a vampire or a villain living in. In the courtyard, there are 2 carriages with spectral horses ready to pull them. First, we see a beautiful, thin, pale lady with eyes as red as blood. Her long ebony hair, curled, is adorned with a crown made of raven feathers. She's wearing a beautiful black lace dress and is preparing a veil for when they reach light. This is Princess Mera, first in line to the throne. Next, we see a slender built female with a black leather dress with silver trim. Her long ebony hair is straightened. Her eyes are an unnatural shade of blue. This is Princess Nita. After her, near the same carriage, we meet a slender male man with dark ebony hair, red eyes, and he has an arrogance about himself. He wears a dark suit with silver trim. This is Prince Vitorin, and at the other carriage we see 2 males. The first has a low-cut suit. He has dark hair and dark eyes. the next gentleman. Trev, would you like to describe your character now that it's dark time?
He is slim. He's about 5'8" or so. Quite slim. Very pronounced nose. Longer ears than most. Tussling about and cascading down his back and partway down his chest. He has long, silvered sort of hair, not grey, but silver, and it sort of blends in with his kind of ashen grey skin. Unlike the others, his eyes are not red; they are a very dark grey, almost black. He is wearing a dark red robe with gold embroidery all about it.
Is there anything you want to do as you get ready to leave?
No, not really. Looking at the rest, I'm going to keep my eye on Vitorin. In fact, I will go in the carriage with Prince Vitorin.
Funnily enough, Prince Vitorin was about to approach you and Tamar, and he says, I'm going to ride in your two's carriage and leave my sisters to it. There's a matter I want to discuss. I need your help acquiring something that I may have lost, that I'm hoping to get back. There is a pretty mermaid bard that I want to acquire at this festivity.
Is that a wise course of action, my prince? Considering the last time?
She's a princess. If I offer to marry her, she most certainly has to accept, does she not?
Well, she obviously would be foolish not to. However, she may be bound by her own laws. So I would suggest that you tread quietly about it.
Oh, it's not like she's going to remember the last time she was here. We took care of that, didn't we?
Yes, my prince. I also would say that is definitely not something to be bandied about.
Oh, no. Amongst friends it is. But don't worry, I won't mention it again. Now, let's talk about strategies about the other missions Mother has given us.
Indeed.
She seems to have put my older sister in charge of everything, even though it should be me. After all, I'm far superior. But anyway, let us away to this spring festivity.
Not exactly my idea of a brilliant time, my prince. However, we still are commanded to attend.
Oh, just remember the fun we're going to have.
I'm looking forward to it, Lord.
As am I. And you get into your carriages and head there. As you arrive in your room, bear with me a moment. You enter a room. It's just yourself and Tamar who's sharing this room. The windows are tinted, so you can look out them, but no light comes in. There is low purple lighting that doesn't harm your eyes. And the walls are black with vines crawling up them. The centre table, there is a centre table which is black. It's circular again with chairs, so that if you needed to strategize around them, you can do. There is 2 rooms off the main chamber. One is for yourself and one has Tamar's name. All of you receive a note which states that there is an evening buffet if you choose to attend it as the pre-spring festivity. what do you... actually, let's roll initiative to see who goes first with what you're going to do.
It's good to see that my dice rolls carry over into other games.
I think play again.
So on your character sheet, go to the main tab, right in the very middle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. ID.
Yeah.
Aye, initiative, yeah. Just double click on it.
Sorry. Cool.
Yeah, that's right. And Vicky, don't forget to do yours.
She did,
Oh, did she?
I think so.
I think.
It hasn't come up with a number on
Oh.
hers.
Oh, that might be an earlier one.
Yeah, that's a different... That was
That's
her
okay,
insight
that's
one. Vicky, it's on your main page. It's the one that's called In It.
Oh, that one. The one that I always lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, that didn't work.
Okay, so Azzy, you are first.
Okie dokies. So we're starting with getting out of the carriages and stuff, is that what we're doing? Or we're going into the ballroom?
So where the evening buffet is gonna be, it's gonna be outside, so it's gonna be an outdoors buffet where there is gonna be a band playing. If anyone wants to dance around, there will be table and chairs outside that are toadstools. So it's up to you if you want to go outside and do that, but I know where else you would want to go. So it's up to you. What do you want to do?
I look outside, and it looks a little bit warm. I look down and see that the outfit I'm wearing is probably a bit thick for the weather. It was a bit colder this morning when I left the castle. So probably want to go to my rooms eventually and change to something more appropriate for this evening.
Arya has prepared something on your bed that's a little more breezy for you.
Perfect. She always knows what we need. So preferably make my way to some sort of study or library, check out if there's anything that I can find out about everyone who's here that I might not know already.
She looks at you and says, "You're really going to read books instead of going out and meeting people?"
Yes, because knowledge is power, and if I know something, then I can at least start a conversation better.
Yes, but you'll be in here while they're out there getting to know each other. You might as well just go and get to know them firsthand. No library until tomorrow.
That's not fair.
No library until tomorrow.
Fine.
Shoo.
Go outside and mingle.
Good girl.
We'll put enough people off, then I can stay in the library for the week.
I'll make you a deal. You get 1 hour a day in the library. 1 hour a day. While you are here.
But I get to take out as many books as I want.
No. You get 1 book a day.
She wants to read all the books and know everything about everybody.
Yes, she does. You get 1 book.
I've never left, and I was sold the idea that there's a library there bigger than the library I live in at home.
Yes.
So I kind of was hoping to make
How about
that.
you could look, this is the thing, while you're there for 1 hour you can read 1 book and then take 1 book back with you to read at night time.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's make a better offer.
No.
No, listen. You want me to mingle with gentlemen? There is a gentleman who also likes to read. How about I get 2 hours a day, but I take willows?
Are you wanting him to court you?
No, I'm wanting him to escort me to a library
Then
so
no.
I can read. But he'll be there all day.
He is not a princess. He's a lord.
Fine.
Now, if you
Can
were
I drink at least?
What was that?
Well, I'm old enough to come to a mating ceremony full of people who are literally just treating us like a market. Can I drink?
It's not a mating ceremony. Oh my gosh.
More fun if it was.
You need to stop reading those books.
I wasn't reading the books, I was reading the list. Have you seen those guys with horns?
Okay, you're not allowed near King Drogo. No. King Drogo.
You said read the list.
King Kogo. No. He is bad. He sleeps with anyone that walks, and that would severely affect your reputation.
The man with many wives doesn't mind if one goes to a library.
He has one wife and sleeps with many people.
Fine.
You really want to go to his orgy? You can do, if that's the way you want to lose your virginity.
Obviously not.
Good girl.
Right. Let's get this over with.
Right. There's your leaf green short dress. Go wear it. Go get dressed. I will sort your hair, and then you can go down and mingle.
It's a little bit short. Are all the dresses you've packed like this?
Not all of them. Your ball gowns are not this short. And plus, it's helping you show off your best assets. Your legs. I'm gonna have
Fine.
Okay.
I'll go get changed. But tomorrow we consult on the outfits.
No. Your mother helped me pick out your outfits.
Oh God.
Would you rather me have let your uncle?
Well then no. I don't know. Maybe because then nobody would marry me because nobody would be able to see me under all the flowers.
Oh no, he would. Let's not go with what he was going to. He suggested his was more low cut and showy, to try and get you married off quick.
You can't distract the whole court away from the scandal from last year.
Well, that's your uncle's plan, isn't it? Now, go get ready.
Right.
Wear the jewellery I picked out. And go mingle. That's all you have to do is go mingle and have fun. Or at least try.
Fine, I'll talk to 5 people. And then I'm going in.
And then you're going where?
Inside to my room.
No. That is not the deal.
Fine, 5 people, but I'll hang around with Asta so I can stay away from people.
Okay, Aster or any of the other fairies that you want to.
Stay
I
with the ones in the eye.
I can't be outside during this time because, well, your handmaidens aren't allowed to be outside during these festivities. So try and avoid Bolt. Please try and avoid him.
I told you I'll stay safe. I'll stay with the boys.
Good. Good.
Right, see you.
Okay. She kind of cups your face, looks at you in the eyes and says, "You can do this, okay? You can."
Yeah, if I don't make a fool of myself first.
You're not going to. Now go, have fun. And she gets all teary-eyed as you leave. Next. Lord Windgrace. What do you do as you get ready for the evening festivities? Are you going or are you up to something else first?
I think the first thing I'll do with my time will be to attend the aviary and use my ability to communicate with my little feathered friends and get some eyes in the sky as to what's going on, who's talking to who, and what the winds of the ball seem to be, which way the winds of the ball seem. Before heading back to my room, kicking myself all, fresh and prepared, and making my customary appearance.
No, nothing else you want to do beforehand?
Are you hinting at something?
Not at all.
No. Once I have some eyes already in the location, I think that's enough as far as the very first day goes.
Okay. Is there anyone when you are outside that you're going to be looking for?
I will be keeping an eye out in particular. Obviously, I want to see who comes to. I think that's priority. Tertiary to that would be to see who would be contacting members of the Dark Elf Court. Elnor and Arak are the ones I have my eyes on most.
Who, sorry?
Elnor and Arak are the ones I have my eyes on the most.
Ah, yes. The servants aren't going to be out there. Just so you know. So it'll be just it won't be them unless they are in the background hidden somewhere. But we will see if they are there.
We'll see what my friends find.
Farida. Are you still going, Jim? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, other than that, I will simply make my, the pleasantries and make myself as available and be as gracious as possible.
Okay. Farida, what do you do as you get ready? Do you go to your room?
So basically, you said that there's like a buffet outside and there's a band playing.
A buffet with a band playing. There's tables. It's all lit up with like lights glowing everywhere.
Okay. Well, Farida being Farida is going to walk up to where the band is playing and do a little dance. But while she's dancing, she slips a little bit and she realises, oh, that's so embarrassing, because she's not sure if anybody's watching.
There will be some people watching. I will say, before you go out there, is there anything you do before you leave your room?
Just obviously make sure she looks nice and that she's not that she's got all of her hair and everything and stuff looking nice and that she's not going to be a mess.
Before you go, Daria gives you a smile and says, this flower came for you, and she hands you it. You might want to put it in your hair, and gives you a wink, and it is a yellow flower. You know who this will be from. So are you going to wear the yellow rose in your hair?
Yes, I'm going to wear it.
Oh, okay. While you were dancing with that flower in your hair, maybe someone comes to catch you.
Someone who?
Maybe Prince Locke comes to catch you and just says, "Are you okay?"
Yes. Nice shoe. My shoe got caught and yes, Pat, look at my shoe. It was my shoe. That's why I slipped.
Farida. Oh no, my sister's giving me a look as if I shouldn't have done that. Do you want to dance?
Yes, I would love to.
And he starts dancing with you.
And she swoons.
Aww. What does his sister do during this? You're muted, Jordie.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm going to send my brother a message using one of my spell cantrips. Do I see if it works first, or do I say the message first?
I'm just gonna say it works. You're in a place where magic's a bit more important, so it works.
Cool. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
So I use message, and basically, I whisper to him, of course, 5 minutes into a ball, you've already dancing with somebody who caused a scandal last year.
It's not a ball, it's just a buffet with some music and dancing. Calm down.
I'm only here because you messed up.
For the last time, I didn't mess up. And then he won't continue talking to you.
Yeah, he's playing up mad.
Give me a perception check. This is a low DC.
Is that under main and then perception or something like that?
Yeah. I'm just going to say, because Trev, I assume that when I get to you that you'll be joining outside. So everyone can give a perception check for this one. And anyone who beats a 10, I'll give you the answer for it.
So my perception check, is that just one of our normal dice on the bottom?
Perception check, no, it's the on your skill page. So
there's found it.
There we go. Vicky, I knew that you'd want to do this one. Sorry, Vic.
Is it the total +3 one that I click?
No,
like the total button.
It's so under your skills there should be one that says perception. And then the total and whatever your plus is. Yeah.
Cool. There you go.
So only the boys get this. You two can see Lady Farina is angry. She is pissed seeing this happen. She is. If it's like a cartoon where you can almost like see steam coming from her ears, but only the boys see this. Eldracus, what do you do to get ready? Are you going out, and then what will you be doing this evening?
First off, I will be talking to. Is it Mira?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be going up to Princess Mira and saying, do you... excuse me, my princess, do we have a particular strategy that you wish to convey immediately, or shall we just make ourselves known for the moment?
Make ourselves known for the moment, and also keep my brother from embarrassing himself against that princess that's dancing.
He has mentioned that already before we arrived. I am doing my best to dissuade him. However, you know how stubborn he can be.
Oh, I do. It's foolishness.
Hopefully I won't be needed to smooth things over.
I have a plan if he tries to propose. I am very aware that he would need her elder sister's permission before he does so, which, knowing Victorian, he won't do. And also, technically, as on my mother's behalf, he would need my permission, which he won't get. So just keep an eye on him.
I will certainly remind him of that.
Thank you. As always, you are loyal to our cause. Whereas tomorrow we have a bit more fun planned at the ball. So, from what I got of the attending list as well, it seems the king from the sea is not attending. That's very strange, with two of the daughters attending for the first time. See if you can get me any information on that.
I just pressed a button. Sorry.
It's okay.
I I did that earlier, don't worry.
Of course.
Thank you. As always, we are grateful to you, Eldracus.
I am here to serve my queen's wishes.
I forgot to remove meat face from this. I apologise.
Oh my god, it's a madman with me!
Is he playing too?
No, he's not there. Don't worry. Right. We're gonna... This is more of free-for-all, so I'm gonna start with the first thing that's going to happen that isn't the thing that's already happened, which is Lord Windgrace. You see a mermaid lady with light green seafoam hair start to make her way towards you.
I excuse myself to the gentleman's room with abject haste. No, I simply steel myself for what is to come. I do so the utmost dignity and grace that none may know how rattled I truly am. You can't all see this, right? She sat there fucking howling, for the record.
Vicky knows who this person is as well, so... Oh my gosh, Lord Tharion! Oh, my kindred spirit, my kindred heart, you're here?
Good evening. I hope the day finds you.
Oh, it does, it does, it does. So... You're single, I'm single, we're both here.
An astute observation, my lady.
She gets into your personal space and, like, kind of, like, tries to cozy into your shoulder.
Can I see how uncomfortable he is?
Yes!
Hang on. Don't I get a deception check on that?
Yeah, you absolutely should.
Fine, okay. Anyone who wants to is insight against Jim's deception.
We'll do it publicly because I think I've made it very obvious here. Well, Eldracus will. Eldracus sees it.
Vicky, do you want to do a roll?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Vicky sees as well. You can see how very uncomfortable that he is around Lady Beverly.
I will approach.
Go ahead. Oh, Tharion. When will you make an honest woman out of me?
Well, today will not be that day, my lady. Fortunately, I do have duties to attend to.
Oh my gosh, you're still stringing me along.
Excuse me, if I may.
Excuse you?
Lord Tharion, I presume?
I see my name, if naught else, precedes me. I don't believe I've had...
I am Eldracus Farinoll. I'm attaché to the Unseelie. Please do not let that at least bode ill of me without meeting or conversing, at least first. Not all Unseelie are as the reputations would justify.
Far be it from me to make prejudiced judgment. A pleasure to make.
Absolutely. You were actually pointed out to me as someone that may be able to help me with a particular problem. It is of a sensitive nature, lady. Would you, if you please, excuse us?
Okay, bring him back soon.
And I will sort of like guide him away.
Okay.
You hear her in the background go over to someone else and go, oh my gosh. Do you see over there? Farida is dancing with Locke. Oh my god. After the failed engagement, oh my god! And anyone can hear that. No
Please.
perceptions needed.
I think that Lady Beverly Irving doesn't know who I am, so she's literally like, "Oh my god, the scandal." I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm aware."
Literally, she puts her hand on your shoulder. Like, oh my god, this couldn't be any worse. Like to the person who's literally just sat there, fucking seething.
Yeah, because I've not been before. No one really seen me anywhere out and about. I'm just like, yeah. It's like, great. It's kind of awkward at a party, I feel, because, like, we can't really talk to any of you unless you introduce to us, which is...
Don't worry, I have a plan. Don't worry.
I'm probably gonna mosey on over sort of towards the buffet table.
You are approached by Princess Arel, the younger sister to Farida.
Mm-hmm.
And she just takes a deep breath and goes, I'm so sorry for Lady Beverly. We asked to be in a different carriage to her and we could still hear her.
She got the voice of a siren.
Yeah, she does. And she spreads gossip like wildfire, does that one. I mean, one visit to the Elven Kingdom and she's gossiping about me to everyone. She's a horrible, horrible human being. Do you need a drink? I think I need a drink watching them two dance.
I will say, I'm impressed that she's not fallen on her feet. Like, you guys don't have feet all year round, do you?
That's like saying a racist comment. John is just dropping slurs.
We have a lot of training so that we are able to use our land legs as well as our sea tails.
Could have done with some training. These heels are a little bit awkward.
Oh, I know. Heels are the worst. Anyway, do you fancy a drink? Well,
yeah.
Let's
get this night over with faster.
Oh yeah. It makes it more interesting, trust me, but you have to make sure you don't drink too much or bad things happen and then people find out stuff.
Oh no, you drink too much and then nobody wants to talk to you and you can sneak off somewhere.
You
cool.
You also admit things that you don't want to admit when you're sober.
I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
My lady, Arya, would be upset if I got too drunk anyway.
Yeah, my big sister Arena would be too, but hey, she's mingling, so I think we're okay.
How do you not feel like a fish out of water?
I do constantly. I hate these things. Ever since I got made to be a diplomat and go to different places, when Farida got kidnapped, I was sent to the Elven Kingdom for safety, and it just made me feel weird. Like, people waiting on you hand and foot. It is a little weird, but I don't mind. My handmaiden's cool. Is Jordie.
Maybe we should get together and let our handmaidens chat as well. They'd probably get along really well.
Oh yes, I'm sure they would. Like, our three handmaidens, they're all sisters. Yeah.
I just feel like Arya needs a life and then I can get on mine.
How do you know that she doesn't have a secret life?
She's been with me since I was like 3 weeks old.
Well, Daria kind of had a little bit of a secret tryst at the bar contest, and Daria is my sister Farida's handmaiden. And
well, I know that the handmaidens are having a fun time with this event.
Yeah, because their reputation, you know, they don't have a big reputation or anything. They can just do what they want. No one cares. It's not fair.
I'll give you a tip from my enclave to yours. Watch out for Lord Bolt. He's on a mission this year.
I read the society papers. Apparently he plans to get you.
Yep, and when I refuse him, he'll be on a mission. And no offense, you are. I'll let you have that one.
Oh, no, I don't want him. I kind of... have a guy I'm already kind of seeing, but I haven't told my sisters about.
Ooh. Be my friend. Tell me all about it. Then I don't have to.
Thank you.
I can live vicariously through you.
And you two go off gossiping. Are you trying to hide any of this, Jordie? The conversation that you two are having?
Not really. I think a few people might turn heads a little bit, being confused why a flower family member is talking to a mermaid. But obviously, my brother's literally dancing, or my cousin's dancing, whatever, with a princess. So,
Okay.
obviously, we're letting bygones be bygones. Publicly, at least.
Farina storms over. Princess Farida is dancing with your brother and you're not doing anything. You, Princess Azalea, is doing nothing.
I, Princess Azalea, can't do anything if he wants to dance with her.
And you're consorting with her? Really?
I'm consorting with people and making friends. That's what I've been sent here for.
Let me know if you actually want to hang out with someone better than trash. You kind of flips her hair in Errol's face. Errol then yanks Farina's hair and whispers in her ear, "Don't you dare call me trash. We know what you sleep with." And then lets her go. Farina then turns, glares, and storms off.
Damn, this is just like secondary school all over again.
Be careful, Farida can be a little bit thorny.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not afraid of her. It's not the first time he's been like that towards my family. I'm probably going to get told off by Irina for doing that, but I'll just accept it. It's fine.
I think Serena thought being the next in line not related, she might get with one of my brothers and cousins. So she's had high expectations since childhood.
She deserves to be with someone like Bolt.
Talking of Bolt, he's on his way over here.
She links her arm. She links your arm and drags you to the dance floor. We're dancing.
Yep.
And then you two start dancing.
Can I use greater invisibility to sort of hide us until we get to the side of the dance floor?
Will it let you use it on two people?
Yep, you or a creature you touch becomes invisible until this spell ends.
You are a creature you touch, or you and a person? A creature?
I basically say to her, look at this trick, just move across the dance floor, don't make it look awkward. And I use it on myself.
Or, I'm just those out there, just to be helpful. If you have regular invisibility and you cast it at a higher level, that can target multiple instead.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
No, just greater invisibility. Actually, let's not use that one then, 1 second. I'm going to try using confusion.
You want to use a spell out in the open already?
Yes. I want to make sure that Bolt thinks he hasn't seen me, if possible.
She will give you a guidance on that.
What do I do, darling?
Give me a second. I'm just going to have to add bolts to the tracker.
Cute. Okay, spell assault, just as creature's mind, spawn relations, and control action. Radius, sphere, center, point you choose within radius. Oh, that's fine.
There you go. Drop it on him.
Yep, 1 second. Ooh. And still got his person. Where's he gone? He's not there yet.
If you go on the combat tracker, he is there at the bottom.
Yeah, I found it there. Back tracker, where's he gone? I've lost it. Switch to combat tabletop list. Yeah. 3 more, bolt, 2 feet, no. There you go, I found him. Right, and... Ooh. Well, if I did that or not, yeah.
So he didn't fail it, he succeeded.
So you're not confused?
He's not confused, and he'll know that the spell came from you and people would have seen you cast a spell on him. Naughty, naughty girl.
Works in the books. Fine. I scurry across the dance floor as fast as possible towards...
1 second, there's something very important we have to do.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, you're off. I'm going to try and scurry away with Ariana.
Errol says this instead. No, we meet this head on. Come on, just trust me.
The tides won't change.
Just trust me.
Fine.
Hey, babe.
Lord Bolt. Duke Bolt.
What was that? Did you try and tickle me from afar? I knew you were into me.
I was hoping to send you off with the runner. She's walked off in a bit of a mood, and you're her best friend, so you can help her.
Are you saying that I have to do this as a princess order?
Totally.
Fine, but you owe me a dance later. And he goes here as if he's about to try and smack you on the ass. And Errol stands in front of him and goes, "You would dare try and strike a princess? Back away before I report you." Fine. And he storms away. Well, that went well.
Now I know the dance. Great. Hopefully if I get the dance card full. Aria said I got the.
Oh, you mean tomorrow night, the dance card thing? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I might get mine full by one person, but that means he may have to propose, which is another thing entirely. Ugh.
I'm just gonna fill mine with as many random people as possible, and then as fast as can. And then hopefully I can get out faster as well before Bolt finds me. So I'm gonna use that strategy.
Just give him a princess order. It keeps him away from you.
Not for long. He thinks he's doing me favours. And he thinks favours to serve fate.
Tell him. Yes, and if he tries to propose, just remind him your uncle is in charge of who decides for you, and he's already told him no.
Yeah! We can put any more embarrassment on the family during an event, so if he's too public about it, I might have to say yes.
I think we're already in trouble anyway, but...
Cool. Let's go and find some more punch.
And you two go off to get something more to drink. Tharion and Eldracus. What are you two boys talking about?
Please forgive the interruption. Although, by the looks of it, you needed interrupting.
I am always ready to make a new friend and to aid in any situation.
Well, the aid that I was after is actually the one that I just provided.
Is that so?
It was not my aid, it was yours. This is the first time that the Unseelie has been to a gathering like this for an extremely long time. And it would be a good idea to at least start on the best first foot forward.
Then it is becoming incredibly apparent why you are an attaché. Superbly well done.
Thank you, my lord. I certainly do try. Although I can honestly say that I am quite pleased that my own prince and princesses are nothing like the Lady Beverly there. She certainly seems to have quite an attachment to you. Is that what she is like, or is it something that you have done in the past, perhaps? Just please, just so I know not to make the same sort of gesture, if it was such.
If I were in your shoes, I would not concern myself with Lady. She is, for some reason, uniquely attached toward myself.
Is that a blessing or not? Forgive me, that was rude of me to ask.
I'll overlook it this time. Suffice it to say, it can be a blessing in some manner and a curse in others, much like any interpersonal relationship and any obligation.
Very true. And that certainly spans across many of the duties of someone like yourself, of course.
Indeed.
So, if I may, the festivities that are here, as I have said, this is our first visit for many a long time. I have no idea what to expect.
I would simply say, keep your expectations and your goals in. As someone who's been coming to these things for some time, nothing is ever truly quite what it seems, nor any interaction as obvious as it may appear on the surface. I give you this advice as a kindness, as this is advice that was once, many years ago, given to me.
I shall take your words of advice under great encouragement, in that case.
If it is not too forward of me to ask, are you titled and landed?
I am landed. My title, although not a lord or lady or royalty, I am... Think of me as an ambassador.
Of course. Then the kindest thing that I could offer at this juncture would simply be to inform you. It is rarely a good idea to approach those of a station higher than yours. When you make yourself indispensable, they will be the ones to approach you, and for that you cannot be reprimanded nor knocked down.
Well, I hope you forgive my indiscretion, but it did seem that you needed an intervention.
I speak not for myself, rest assured of that. Again, I am simply paying forward a kindness that was shown to me, and for that there can never be reference.
Very well. I certainly thank you for, again, your words of advice.
Of course. Feel free, I am at your disposal if you require any assistance or advice in the days to come.
I will leave you to your festivities.
Can you all give me a perception check just before you leave each other, please? And that includes the girls as well. Vicky, you too? Thank you.
I think I've done it twice again.
You have. Just take the first one.
I'm taking the first one, don't worry. So you've all passed it. You see Prince Vitorin starting to go near as if he's about to approach Princess Farida while she's dancing with Prince Locke.
Now that I have said my goodbyes and such,
As well, I'm assuming we're still sort of just stood opposing one another, and there's things I know, and I will simply, in the manner of kindness bestowed and conversation, simply turn my head, raise an eyebrow, and say, "Fascinating." Just on the off chance that Eldracus had not seen that.
Please excuse me. It would appear that I have another intervention.
Of course.
And I will
have a pleasant evening.
Not bow. And I will head over. And
I will bow back as well. I'll make a display of that. I will bow back.
Oh, cool. I will try and head off Prince Vitorin. My prince.
What are you doing?
I have been instructed to perhaps advise you on a different course of action for this evening at least.
Mirror, always trying to meddle. Last time with that elven bard, and this time with the mermaid bard. Can't you just back the fuck off?
You know that she takes her duties very seriously.
I do, but... Look, she's dancing with the wrong person. I mean, that guy was engaged to his sister. Come on.
Then may I perhaps that I intervene on your behalf and I ask her for the dance for you, sir?
What?
I am becoming familiar with the customs and such in this place, and it may seem a act of power should you send a member of your attaché to inquire for a dance.
Look, it's not the same as what happened with Elandra, okay? Jim, give me a history check, please.
I don't think I need to.
Okay, then.
And I can hear this.
Yeah, he's not making it, like, he's not trying to hide it. He's like, look.
In fact, at that point, I think, holding my fan, which has a copper handle, I'm going to subtle spellcast to detect thoughts and work out what the hell's going on in there.
On whom?
Not on you, on Vitorin.
Okay.
I'm not going past the surface thoughts, so there's no save to make. I just know what he's thinking.
Even if you try, the subtle spell means that you can't.
Well, you could still pass the save and be aware of that one.
A subtle spell, it makes it undetectable.
No, it means it can't be. All it does is remove the verbal and somatic components, I believe. As far as if someone passes a save for a fireball, they're still gonna, take half damage, and it's the same for detect thoughts.
Thing. Detect thoughts isn't an obvious thing, so
I'll say I'll do. I'll read up the spell.
Yeah. Oh, just is there any verbal or somatic? That's fair enough.
Yep, so I'm going to be reading all of his thoughts for that minute. Just while I'm keeping my eye on him.
His thoughts are, this isn't the first time that something that should belong to me has disappeared from my grasp. Someone took Elandra from me and now she's married. And now they're trying to stop me from getting who I want. I want Farida. And they're trying to stop me. It's stupid. I am the Unseelie Prince. By all rights, I should be next in line for the throne, but no. A female gets to be on the throne. It's not fair. I want Farida. I will take her back. She has the sweetest screams. And that's what you hear.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty shy for a minute, that, so what I will say is it might be steered by what Trev's going to say. I have a whole minute of mind reading, so...
Yep. So it's going to be... I understand your insistence. However, it is the first evening, and there are many more evenings to go. May I suggest you pace yourself?
Fine. Am I allowed to send her a gift before the ball tomorrow night?
Of course.
Good. So you're not letting me approach her tonight? Is that what you and my sister have cooked up?
I can approach on your behalf, if you do so wish, and should she consent to the dance, then we certainly can.
Consent, how boring.
That is the way it is done here, my prince.
When she is done with that fairy, you may ask her.
And I'll just sort of bow.
If that's what my sister has decided, but try and find yourself a little bit of fun. Don't worry about me this whole time.
I will try my best, my prince. And I will just wait. Hopefully he'll turn around. I would imagine that he'll just stand and watch for a while before he moves.
Oh,
But
he's
I'm not-
gonna stand and watch, and he's just gonna watch the whole time. Watch her.
Right. I want to scan the room to see... Because he certainly wasn't being quiet.
Oh.
I was being at least a bit subtle. And I want to look around to see who clocked that.
Can I just work out how many dances have they been doing? Start back to back.
I have.
It's literally the entire length of Disco Fever.
What a dance. Okay.
We haven't even got back to Vicky. Vicky's next.
I would say I'm not being subtle in observing this, but what I am doing is I'm disguising it by, I've been watching my new acquaintance eloquently stop a diplomatic incident occurring. And if you look around the room and you sort of clock me, I'll just sort of that nod of acknowledgement of, you've done good, kid.
Right, okay.
I'll just walk through the dance floor in a past you if possible. I'm literally just like, ooh, drama.
So who did clock what was going on? Obviously, Lord Tharion there has.
You
sort
would
of given us an
have seen
acknowledgement.
a couple of the goblins saw, because they'll have been keeping an eye on you. And not very many people. There's a lot of eyes on the Unseelie, so there'll be a few people notice, but a lot more people are watching what's going on than the dance floor, because that's more. That seems to be a little bit more scandalous than what was going on there.
Okay. I will wait for for a place that I can insert myself to request a dance. However long that's going to be.
Right, then we move to Vicky. Vicky, I would like you to give a performance check, please, for your dancing. And with you will be at disadvantage if you can please click the dis when you do it, because you've advised me that your character is very clumsy.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
You eat shit.
A natural one. That's a critical failure.
Basically, in D&D terms, the roll of a 20 is always a success, and the roll of a 1 is always a failure, regardless of how good you are at that skill. You've got plus 10, that's about as good as it fucking gets, but when you roll a 1, you eat shit.
This is the second time poor Vicky's rolled a nat 1. So, Vicky...
Can I
do a performance? I just like fall on my face, basically.
can I make...
What are you doing, Vicky? What are you doing, Jordie?
I mean, can I make a comment that Locke's dancing skills sort of helped her a little bit? Because previously I've had dance lessons, obviously, with Locke and Asta. And obviously, Locke's got wings, so I'm assuming that he's been managing to balance them a little bit better.
I'm trying to think if I can use one of his key points as something.
Like, obviously, yeah, she looked a bit clumsy, but he's not going to want her to look stupid on
There's very little that lets you re-roll once a roll's done.
Mm.
I could make it even worse than Slippery Barbs, but I'm not gonna.
That's fine. I just didn't want to look. I want to look like clumsy, but like cute clumsy. I don't really think he'd let her look like an idiot, or like she can't stand.
Can I make a suggestion then?
I was gonna say, would a strength check or a dexterity check me doing for him? Stop.
I would probably go for a performance from him to make her clumsiness look like part of a dance or a new dance.
He has -1. Wish him luck.
Yeah, but I would also make his a disadvantage as well. You can't roll any worse than a 1.
Yeah, that if they both roll a 1, that means you end up on top of her, and there's scandal. Oh, close though.
Sorry, Jordie.
Well, here's the thing though. Technically, he rolled less than Farida, but because Farida's is a nat 1, it's the worst results. Usually.
So Farida, your heels snap and you fall on your bum.
See, I told her it was them shoes.
And he tries to catch you and falls down himself. Looks at you and just starts laughing. And then stands and helps you up.
What a way to start the party then.
I think you need new shoes. And then smiles at her and says, "Thanks for wearing the flower."
At least I looked pretty when I fell down.
He looks up. Sorry,
quickly, can I just jump in, right?
Yeah.
And I want to turn to Vitorin and sort of like say quietly to him, he says, "May I suggest a gift? A new pair of shoes."
That could work.
And I'm detect thoughts, and I'm detect that he's just immediately developed a foot fetish.
Right, that was it.
You see a flash of an image. Tharion, and it's her scared and crying, and him just watching her, and it looks like it's in a cell, and that's all I'll say.
Is it for Farida or Alandra?
it. You see that happen. That being Elandra,
Okay.
and it morph into Farida, and then it quickly stops thinking about it.
Being as experienced as I am in mind reading and seasoned at detecting thoughts, can I determine if that's a memory or a fantasy?
You're not sure.
Okay.
With him, you're not sure.
Okay.
Because he's a very warped individual, and you'd be very worried if that girl was left alone with him. That's the kind of vibe you get from it. You don't know if he'll actually go through with it or not, or if he's done anything to Elandra. The only way that you could know about Elandra is by asking her. But that's if you choose to. Locke turns to you, Farid, and goes, "Oh no." And, like, kind of makes you look towards where your sister and his sister are drinking and discussing things.
I mean, he couldn't just make it one night without embarrassing us all. Can I have more views? That wine is great. Where's it from?
Approaching you is Lord Willow. Sorry, go on.
As this happens, again, grasping my fan, which has the components in it, as I planned this, I raise my finger behind it, pointing at Farida with my back against the wall so no one can really see what I'm pointing at, but that's where I'm pointing. I will use the message cantrip, and I will simply put in her mind, this is a friend. You want to feign an ankle injury, do not want to accept the offer you will receive momentarily. And that's all.
Do you respond to this message cantrip, Farida, or do you just accept the advice given?
Yes, I'll just accept it.
Oh, okay. You are helped up by Locke and seeing how drunk his sister is. Oh no. And you see that it's your sister who's been drinking with her. While you two have been dancing without a care in the world. What do you want to do?
I will...
Farida, I'm gonna have to deal with Azzy. She's not used to social situations such as this. It's up to you if you want to help or not, if you just want to continue dancing. I mean, you always enjoy dancing.
I'm just going to continue dancing for a little bit. Gather some thoughts as
he nods.
What's going on?
He nods, and as he starts to walk over, he nods at Lord Willow's, and they both approach Azzy. Okay.
These sea grapes are amazing. The whole place is so cool. I could totally hang out here now. I feel like everyone's gonna be my best friend. Hey, Locke. How you doing, Locke? I mean, princess from the sea, Locke. Really? Her sister was your girlfriend last year.
Locke just shakes his head and goes to get himself a drink. Lord Willows escorts you to a seat and gets you a glass of water and says, drink this, and switches it for the wine that you were drinking.
No, sea grapes are nice.
You've had too much of them.
I'm fine. I already said I have like 3 drinks. I've only had 3 drinks. It's not my fault, but it's stronger than normal water. And wine. Normal wine. Normal wine.
You've drank too much. You've been you've been very loud. This is not good etiquette for a princess.
But I'm really fine.
Hi. I'm sorry, I didn't know that she doesn't normally drink. My bad. You can leave her with me, it's fine.
No, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. See you later.
See you later. And she goes towards a very handsome wood elf.
Ooh, he's cute. I wonder if he's like in the books. They're gonna bang. They're gonna bang.
Keep your voice down. You're talking about a princess.
Oh, she is far from a princess. You have not heard any of the stories I've heard tonight.
Okay. You can tell me about them later on. Right now, we need to sober you up so we don't get you in trouble. Because it looks like your uncle may end up coming over here if we don't sober you up.
It wasn't my fault. The food's awful. It's all meat.
Yeah, and he brings over a salad for her.
That's gonna sober me up. Coolio.
Please just eat it.
If I act worse, will I be able to leave?
No.
I sulk off in the corner and eat my salad.
He still sits with you and makes sure you drink your water, and he goes, if you misbehave, he will just marry you off without you having any consideration of who you want to pick. It could even be both.
He wouldn't do that. He would have said no to that. He's not going to do that. I mean, no.
He originally said that.
No, but he promised. He's not going to do it. No. I mean, like, unless I literally mess up an engagement, I think I'm fine.
Just drink your water. You've picked on your brother enough for one day.
Fine. Only because I feel bad for him. Fine. You tell Arya that I actually entertain people and make friends.
Yes, I will.
Because if she thinks I've not been trying, then I won't get to come out again, and I'll have to like stay out all day, and I won't get to go to the library tomorrow. But she needs to know that I've been trying and I made friends. Lots of friends.
How many friends have you made?
One friend, but lots of friends for me. That's one friend is a lot of friends. Also, did you see that guy in blue? Creepy.
Yes, I saw that guy in blue. Very creepy. We'll keep you.
He reminds me of that book character in that book that I read the other week with you, and I pointed out to you and told you how cool he was, and he looked so creepy. And are they called unseen because they're unseen? Because I don't see them. Everyone sees them. They're not hard to be seen. They're very easy to be seen. I see them right now. They're right there. Like they're literally very obvious. They're literally standing out so much. They are so obvious.
I will help you find a book on them later. Okay?
Yay, books. Can I have more sea wine now that I've eaten?
No, you're still too drunk. He hands you more water. And we'll go back to Farida, who's just dancing there. As you, I believe, are about to be approached, Farida.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Eldracus will maneuver his way through the dance floor. And as he approaches, you'll sort of bend down and pick up the part of the heel that broke off the shoe. And you'll just hold it. You'll not give it back. And you'll just say, excuse me, if I may interrupt your dancing. You have dropped this, unfortunately. I would mend it if I could, but that is beyond me at the moment. However, my liege, and I will sort of gesture back to Prince Vitorin. It certainly is within his power. However, he does request a dance this evening, if you would be so kind.
You want to dance with me?
Not myself, Prince Vitorin.
Oh, sorry. Had a busy moment. What, right now?
He does request.
Remember what the stranger said in your head, Farida.
However, I'm sure he would understand, given current state of your footwear, and I'll hand over the heel.
Yes, I may need new footwear, as I don't want to fall over anymore.
Very well. Then may I make arrangements for another night?
Agreed.
Thank you. And I will back away and bow, and I will turn and head back to Prince Vitorin.
Farida, a friend of yours comes over after seeing you fell over. Hey, little Farida. It's
that?
I message after this has happened, and because I know it's just going to head nowhere else, don't you?
Look, I'm not after anything, okay? I have something that might be able to help. And he uses a mending cantrip on your shoe and fixes it.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I've been told by the prince that I have to behave, and I've stayed away from Thorena. She's glaring at me. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing or a bad thing. Do you think she's still into me? Farida.
Quick question: Who's talking to Farida?
This is large.
This will be Jimmy Star. It's Jimmy Star. He's the only one who's got that voice. Who's the absolute horn dog. Thinks he's Elvis. Acts like he's Elvis.
Look, Farida, do you think Thoretta's still into me, or
How could she not be? You're so charming.
see, this is why you're one of my best friends.
Where's that deception roll?
She might not be lying. Are you lying to him?
Maybe. Who knows?
Then roll deception if you're lying, Vicky. Ooh, are you lying?
A little bit, yeah.
He picks up on that and he's a little crestfallen. I thought you wouldn't lie to me, bestie.
Well, we've got to be realistic, haven't we?
I know. People say she's no good and she's a naughty little minx, so yeah, she is. But, you know, she's... After my last divorce, she's the only one who paid attention to me.
Well,
His last divorce. How many divorces has he had? Do we know this or not?
You don't ask this question. You wouldn't know. Tharion would know. Whether he shares that or not is up to him.
I know everything.
How about this? Right, Farida? Later on, how about we both do a duet? Huh? With the band? Huh? Would that be fun?
You know me, I do love a good duet.
Yay! Okay,
Now I have my shoe fixed, then I should be able to give an amazing performance.
Okay, you and I will do a performance later on. I'm gonna go mingle for a bit, and then when we're both ready, we'll go up and sing. The stage will be ours.
Yes. I shall warm up my voice ready.
I shall too. And stay away from Tharion since she's... I should have known she was still until the lock. Your boy.
I'll keep my eyes on her for sure.
Oh, she'll be keeping her eyes on you. I'll be honest, I'm rooting for you.
Oh, thank you. He's gonna get what's coming to her.
Ooh, spicy. Tharion, your little birds will have picked up on that, just so you know, that conversation. It's not like they were hiding on it, but some of the details, your birds would have picked up on all of it.
Sure, but I won't get the full details of it until later on in the when it's all died down, right?
Yeah. Eldracus, what would you like to do next? Are you going to tell Vitorin she's accepted this dance the next night, or are you going to hide that little fact from him?
Well, I will go up to him and I will say, my prince, because of the incident with the shoe, her confidence has waned somewhat with the dancing, and she has declined for this evening. However, your gift may convince her otherwise for a different evening. Perhaps if you can, then maybe some quite literal dancing shoes. If we can arrange some on short notice.
Do you know anyone who makes them for colours she likes?
Some magic can certainly change the colour. Any shoes, I believe, would do as long as they would fit and go with her current attire.
I will send my servant out to procure some for her. Now, Eldracus, go mingle. I'm just gonna enjoy my drink and just watch. And he has a very creepy smile on his face as he's watching her.
Okay.
You would know from what he's like. He's
Oh yeah,
what he's thinking about, and
you don't have to explain at
Nope.
all. Yeah. I will go and do exactly that. I will sort of keep an eye on him still, just to make sure that he's sort of behaving himself. I will also want to catch the eye of Princess Mira, because she should be there, and just give her a sort of like a slight nod as what has transpired, that I'm sort of on the case. I will then go and find actually some of the people that I know here. So I will go and find
a little. Let me think. What does she have?
I mean, I've got message myself,
Yeah.
actually.
She gives you a smile and a nod.
Right, okay.
She's currently talking to her sister, Princess Nita.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just watching for the moment.
Okay, I am going to... I will mingle as best I can. From what I would kind of understand, the unseelie presence here is something new. So it's
Something very watched.
yeah, very watched, yes, but also something very new because it's of all of the Fae courts and Fae gatherings and things like that. The unseelie haven't been here for a very long time, like you said. Right, so we are a source of potential information that people might want to get out of us for certain things. Likewise, so I can't imagine it being hard to go around and just lightly mingle, just a bit of a chat, a little like introductions, them sorts of things, and I'll just try and circulate all the way across the room if I can. Until I get to probably Duke Elnor Tolgaroth.
Hello.
Duke, it's a pleasure to see you again.
I'm surprised you'd say that after my sister made me leave the Dark Queen.
Not, admittedly, not everyone was sad to see you leave. However, there were some, including myself, that were. I found you intelligent and a pleasure to be around.
Thank you. How can I help you this evening, Eldracus?
Well, I have made various introductions, all of which everyone has been understandably guarded, of course, since this is the first time that we have been here for a while.
Of course, the same with us in the Elven Kingdom since we entered. They're kind of just off with us a little bit. Apart from my sister.
Then how many of these gatherings have you been to?
Normally she goes, but she's preparing for her wedding. I've been to only a couple of them. I don't enjoy this. All seems a bit much.
I assume that it is to get more busy, if you understand.
Are you saying that fun is afoot?
Well, in a place like this, there is fun afoot in every direction.
Oh, Eldracus, you are singing my music. Do tell.
I am just enjoying introducing myself at the moment. It all depends on, well, how much you enjoy this place and the people. I myself am at somewhat of a disadvantage, having not knowing anyone. Information of those gathered here certainly would be helpful.
And he goes through what he knows about each one's, like a little bit of gossip here and there. What are you wanting to get out of him?
Who he kind of trusts, I guess. Who his sister trusts. I know by the sounds of it, he doesn't particularly like to be here, so I can't imagine he would do a lot of mingling. But the sister, first of all, I want to know where she is. Is she coming?
My
Go on.
my sister isn't coming this year. She's preparing for her wedding, so someone has to lead the rest of the people who are back home. Who she normally trusts at a place like this. There is
That's the question.
Bindi Vix, Krug the Creeper,
Yeah.
one person she does not trust at all is that Beverly. Don't get stuck talking to her. The longest someone's been stuck with her is 48 hours. Get out as soon as you can if you get stuck with her.
Well, it would appear that Lord Tharion owes me a big favour.
Oh, he does, and then some. Let me think. Normally King Tidal goes to this, and she does spend some time talking to him, but King Tidal isn't at this festivity, which is very, very odd. Same for Queen Aquafina, his wife. That is weird.
I take it they are regular attenders then, if their absence is odd.
Well, they normally alternate every year, or until Arena came of age, and then they'd alternate with Arena, but it's very weird. Let me think. Who else? Normally, King Vetch doesn't come. Normally, it's his brother and sister-in-law, which is very strange that they're not here. Let me think. Who else? And he starts getting in deep thought over who. King Dogo is one that she would trust but keep him at arm's length because he was always trying to seduce her.
King Dogo.
Kogo, yes.
Oh, Kogo. beg your pardon.
Kogo, yes.
Yeah.
He's the king of the satyrs. Very chatty and charming fellow. Be warned.
Sometimes the more chatty, the better.
That's all I can think of off the top of my head. And be careful of drinking with Duke Vine. He will try and get you drunk. And that's the list he gives you.
Okay.
So you've got a bit of a start there.
Well, thank you very much for the information. If I can be of any service, then please, by all means, call.
I will.
And I will, because I would imagine that would have taken quite a while for that conversation, and then I
Yep.
will just sort of, depending upon the time and how the party is going, it might be home time by then because I did a lot of mingling. So feel free to miss me out on the next go or two, because that's what I would have been doing.
Okay then. Next.
Hello.
Hello, Azzy.
I've been sober up in a corner with Willow,
Yeah.
just people watching, basically, making jokes about men with horns and different things and stuff. A little bit free with my speaking with him because obviously a little bit drunk still. Nothing else much happening besides him sort of trying to get me to be quiet and sober me up and trying to decide at what point he should probably take me in.
Duke Bolt.
Again. Okay.
Yeah. Starts to come over, and Lord Willows stands up. No. Dude.
You see?
Dude. No. Oh, come on, dude. Her answer is no. She asked you to do something, I assume as a princess. No. She has told you no.
I started giggling maniacally in the corner. Yeah, so I used magic on him earlier. It didn't work.
Azzy. Princess.
Yep.
Drink your water, please. She is not in the fit state to be around you, let alone other people. I'm about to take her in. Now, if you don't mind, go mingle with other people. Find yourself someone who's more like-minded to you. She has said no. And you see this kind of standoff between the two boys. And this is just like out of your books that you've read.
Jill.
I hope he's saying this in your head.
Yeah.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah, a little bit compassed.
King Vetch approaches. Enough!
I can go.
Bolt. No. Just points him to leave. Willows, I assume that you are taking care of this? Yes, my king. I'm taking her inside. She's not... I've been trying to sober her up for a while and it hasn't worked.
Uncle, have you tried the sea wine? Just saying.
I have.
It would solve so many problems.
I have. Willows, please. Take her inside. She cannot be seen like this. Her and I will have a chat about decorum in the morning.
We go in, there could be fireworks.
You will be missing the fireworks. Willows, please take her in.
I kind of try and stay outside now, but I follow along. Very low resistance.
Willows says to you, there is somewhere inside where you can watch the fireworks if you still want to watch them.
Please. So cool. He leads me off to wherever I can see the fireworks.
There is a window in the library where you'd be able to see this from because it shows you the sky. So he is literally taking you to the one place that you were told that you were not going to. And he is sneaking you there. I assume this is making you very happy.
Yeah, I'm literally just like, yay, fireworks, yay, library. And can't do the book for bed. And also with some days I'm like, don't tell Arya. I don't want to lose tomorrow's hour.
I won't tell Arya. You have to keep your voice down. And I will...
Why?
Because
is it like in the books where like if someone catches us, we'll have to like get married? Because that's insane.
Actually, I've been allowed to escort you. I have permission from the king. This is fine.
Cool.
And also, I will get you the Unseelie book. You just have to keep quiet because you are very drunk.
I am not drunk.
You are.
I am.
You.
No.
This was a mistake. I should have just taken you back to your room.
I walk over to a giant window seat, sit down, press my face to the window, wait for the fireworks, and fall asleep.
Oh no, he's going to take you back before you fall asleep, or at least carry you back.
Cool, but yeah. I fall asleep. In a drunk stupor.
You fall asleep before the fireworks, because you're that
Yeah.
drunk, he grabs the Unseelie book for you
Mhm.
and carries you while you're clutching the book. Takes you back to Arya. Arya is glaring at him. Hi. He hung out with the younger of the mermaid princesses. I've been trying to sober her up for hours. You took her to the library. I told her no. She wanted to watch the fireworks, couldn't be outside. It's the only... Okay, fair enough. It's the only place she could watch them. Whatever. And she fell asleep. And you lightly hear this
Yeah.
while you are kind of between, like, although you're asleep, you may give me a perception
perception
check.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say that. Okay. I'm so busy wide awake faking it now. this point.
You hear this from her. One day you're gonna have to tell her. You know I can. And the tattoo on Arya's neck starts to widen, and she goes, ah! It's like, sorry, but she deserves to know. Well, tell him that. Give me her. I'll tuck her up.
Suspicious.
And he puts you in the bed. She tucks you in, and that is your night.
Good night.
Tharion, you saw Jimmy talking to a princess.
I did. And did I overhear the conversation?
Parts of it, but you wouldn't have heard the full thing until your birdies come back to you.
I think I'm content to continue to mingle, exchange pleasantries with usual individuals that I do, and wait to see what comes of that.
I see. You were approached by... Now, I apologise, I'm not good at doing this voice. I'm going to attempt it. This is one of my NPCs that both Jim and my brother came up with the concept for, and his voice is very hard for me to do. Hello, Tharion. You know this is TP Crunch.
Good evening, TP. How does the day find?
I am very good.
Marvellous.
And
Glad to hear it.
And you see his little bulldog, Winston, just looking around, being very happy next to him. I came across a bit of information that I don't trust in certain hands.
Is that so?
Indeed.
What can I do to alleviate your burden?
I was wondering if you... Is there anywhere we can talk where we wouldn't be overheard?
Certainly. Please follow me, and I'll sort of take him through towards, an area where normally it would only be where the servants would go, but even not that frequently. Somewhere nice and quiet that, there's not a lot of footfall. In fact, I think probably the gardens outside, as we'd walk and talk, if this is as the fireworks are going off, enough distance away that sort of covers the conversation quite well.
Not quite yet. It will be soon.
Okay.
It will be during Vicky's go.
Okay.
where I believe 2 people might be using pyrotechnics. Hi, Vicky.
In which case, I would suggest to him that he holds off conversing until the firework display, so as to, if it is of such a discreet manner.
Well, where you are instead then, he hands you a note for you to read at a later time.
Okay.
I'm letting you have this as a free one because, well, we haven't had any notes today, have we? And tomorrow will be
We
a new
haven't.
day.
Okay.
So you get a note from him. He is disguised during this time because when you went into, as you were walking away, as you went into a shadow and then came out of it, he came out as a disguised person, as did little Winston.
Okay. Cool. Then I will take the note and tuck it into my sleeve. Return to the party.
He goes into a shadow, comes out of it, and both him and... She's already started. I'm not even up to that bit yet. He will return to the party. Vicky, she's already casting spells ready.
Here's a kaboom!
Hi, Vicky.
Yeah.
We've
I
got
was trying to read it and then I pressed the wrong one.
Tharion was hoping to be back, so...
Tharion
See what
is
happens
back
here.
before the fireworks, don't worry. It's just Vicky's getting a little ahead of herself because she's excited that her and Jimmy are going to be singing during the fireworks.
I'm a very excited person. I'm very excitable.
Right, I'm bringing up Jimmy's character sheet. Let's, first of all, Vicky, let's do our performance track. His is plus 12.
Oh my god.
24?
Let me do mine then.
I'll tell you what I'd have liked to have done actually if I'd have known if that was Jimmy's plan. If I would have gathered that during the mingling, I would like to have given him bardic inspiration. Not used it yet, so fuck it.
Okay, can you roll the bardic for him then?
Yeah. 1 sec. I just can't remember what my die is at the point.
Vicky, swearing!
It's
It's a D8. So his goes up by an extra 7, so it's a 31.
Oof, nice. Sorry, Vicky. More eyes are on him. Because he's outperforming you.
Oh.
But like both of you are singing together.
It's a duet. It's a duet.
It's a duet. People are actually thinking Jimmy's not actually that bad.
It's a cumulative 50. Look at it that way instead.
And he will not be dancing. He will not be forcing people to do Otto's irresistible dance or anything. So don't worry. He was looking at you, thinking about doing it to you. You gave him a look as if don't, and he rolled his eyes at you, Tharion. He did think about it though. In your head, he sending while he's performing and goes, "Come on, man, dance a little, have fun, meet a girl."
This is sending, so that's all he's sending. I've got 25 words to send back.
Yeah.
So Tharion is watching, and he's calculating in his head. Maybe later, but for now, take solace in the fact that you've performed admirably, both visually and audibly. Well done.
And the fireworks go off as them two sing together. It's a wonderful performance that, well, Azalea will not get to see because she is drunk and asleep. And I think that's a nice place to leave this session, because tomorrow will be a new day.